This Blue Food episode of Spice Island in the Pot is brought to you courtesy Calypso Girl Experience, Daisy's Flower Shop, Penny Savers Supermarket, Stumpy's Emporium, and Heaven Bliss. Taste the difference.
A special Blue Food welcome to Spice Island in the Pot. I am your food designer, Arlene, always cooking up the traditional and mixing things up gourmet style. Today we celebrate the Dasheen in lieu of the Tobago Blue Food Festival 2017. I've decided to host a small brunch with blue food inspired hors d'oeuvres. And what's brunch without a little cocktail? My friend Tevin will be stopping by to share his Dasheen wine concoction. So good. I am making 4 hors d'oeuvres. First, I'm gonna do some banana Dasheen muffins, just to put a little sweetness on the table. Then, we're gonna spice things up a bit with some garlic wings. We're gonna serve that up with some Dasheen hummus. Moving right along, we're gonna do some curried shrimp and Dasheen bowls. I know it sounds really interesting, but last on that list, we're gonna do some cheese and Dasheen salsa crostinis. Calm down, it's going to happen one at a time. Then we're gonna set them up in true food fashion on a table runway for my friends to enjoy. So let's do brunch blue food style. So we're gonna start with our banana Dasheen muffins. Very simple, easy recipe. We have some eggs, so I'm going to do 4 eggs. And of course, make sure that your eggs are good before you put them into your mixture. No shells, of course. That's 2, 3. It's a little shell right there. There we go. 3 and 4. So brunch happens about 10 in the morning. So muffins are really appropriate to, there we go, a really appropriate thing to serve at brunch time. So we're gonna get this started. Oops, make it up first. There we go. Okay, so this is gonna be nice, light and fluffy. We have here 3 medium bananas that I've kind of mashed up, kind of rough like this. And to this, we're gonna do a teaspoon of cinnamon and freshly grated nutmeg, about a teaspoon as well. There we go. Gonna mix this up. This can go a little faster. So cinnamon and nutmeg really brings out the flavors in banana. And today we are using Dasheen flour as our main ingredients. This is actually gluten-free, so this is a gluten-free dessert or breakfast item. We're going to be using 1 cup of this Dasheen flour. So as the eggs fluff up, I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. And a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Mix again. Nice and fast. So now 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to add my banana mixture here. And my 1 cup of Dasheen flour. I'm going to mix this some more. And as it goes on to a slow, nice stir, you can add your butter. This is 1/4 cup of butter to room temperature. Let me get this higher. So I'm just gonna make sure everything is down in the bowl, all the sides are clean, and we get all the ingredients mixed in. Just one more time for good measure. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to release this. So this is what the mixture looks like. It's quite a little bit, see? Just enough for about 6 to 8 persons. So what I'm going to do now, and this is optional, I have some sliced almonds. I'm just going to fold in about 1/4 cup, and also optional would be the cran raisins. I like to use mine whole because I like to get the big piece of fruits in my muffins. We're just going to fold this in. It also gives it some nice texture and some nice color. So on hand, I always feel like cupcake tins are, you know, just a little something you can add to your kitchen line. And I have some cute polka dot liners. So this is a 12 tin. This mixture actually just gives you about nine muffins. It's kind of an odd measure, but it's really good. There we go. So I have my mix. I'm just going to use this spoon here, spoon this in, and you want to not fill it all the way to the top, but about 3/4 of the way. So that could be about 2 full tablespoons of mixture in each cup. And these are 4-inch size cupcakes. If you wanted to go smaller, you could. If you wanted to do like 1 big breakfast muffin, of course, that's an option as well. Ooh, a little messy. So I've preheated my oven 350 degrees. I actually do get some more out of this mix. Sometimes it goes, I guess, depends on the banana. It'll give you a little more. So we did get 2 more extra ones, which is cool. So I was preheating my oven for 350 degrees. These take only 20 minutes to bake. And I like to bake things first, do all my pastry and sweet stuff first, so it, you know, it gets to cool and take its time and do its thing until it's time to be served. Okay. So let me put this here. Last but not least, I have a little mixture of white sugar and cinnamon that I'm going to sprinkle to the top. I think this is just like a little fairy dust. It makes it very special. This is also very optional. You don't have to do this, but I like the little crust that it makes and the flavor that it gives to the muffins. And I have a sweet tooth. So these are muffins. Banana Dasheen muffins. Going into the oven for 20 minutes at 350 degrees. Then they're going to be out and cool, be ready to serve. So the banana Dasheen muffins are in the oven, and we're about to start with our garlic wings that's going to be paired up with the Dasheen hummus. So let's get our wings started. I have here just about 1/2 cup of melted butter, and I added a little brown sugar just for a little sweetness. So I'm going to pour this all over my wings. Then I'm going to do a little garlic for the garlic of the wings, of course. So this is just about 1/2 cup. You can put a little less or a little more if you like the burn of the garlic. Salt to taste. There we go. A little pepper. I like a little parsley in mine. There we go. And just for a little kick, you want to do some chili flakes or fresh pepper sauce if you had that. I'm going to do a little bit of olive oil here. And that's it. So we mix this together. Get the hands in. The garlic is going to go nicely with this. It's going to go into the oven, take its time and cook. The butter is there to keep everything moist, and the sugar is there to give you a little sweet in there as well. There we go. Alright, so this is all mixed up. We're going to lay it down here on this tray. There we go. Nice. Give everybody their own space. Don't pile the wings one on top of each other. And this looks like a lot of wings for a few people, but wings are usually the most popular things when you're hosting an event, so I always like to make a little extra. There we go. Nice. Give everybody a little space. And get some of that mix on some of the wings so it cooks in. All right, so this is all for this tray. I will put these away with this. And I want to do a little extra garnish on this, so I'm just going to do a little more parsley on top. Okay. And a little touch of oil, just to keep everything nice and moist. So you're going to get this into the oven, 375 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. To make sure that it's cooked, to make sure that no blood is running out close to the bone, you just give it a little poke and that will tell you. And plus the meat will be tender as well. So let's get this in the oven. So we're going to get started on our Dasheen hummus. Now the rest of the menu moving forward from here requires roasted Dasheen. So I'm going to show you how I got my Dasheen roasted. So here on an even pan, I have already boiled Dasheen. I'm going to drizzle this with a generous amount of olive oil. I'm going to do a little salt dance on this. Make sure that it has enough generously so all the flavor gets in. A little parsley. Nice. And of course, garlic, which we're going to rub around on both sides and put that in the oven as well. So this is nice. And my Dasheen is nice and cool, so it's easy to handle. So you can even boil this the day before if you know that you're planning to host a little something and you want to try this recipe. You can do it the night before, boil it the night before, and roast it in the morning. Then you'll see all the different ways we got to use this particular Dasheen. Dasheen has so many wonderful qualities, vitamins, minerals, lots of benefits in Dasheen. So when they start utilizing it to do things like the flour and cakes and stuff like that, you can definitely get all the benefits in different ways. So this is evenly rubbed top, back, all on the side like this. So this goes into the oven, 350 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. When the garlic starts to get a little golden brown, that's a perfect time to take it out. Okay, so the Dasheen is roasting up in the oven, but we're gonna start our hummus now. So I have this already roasted Dasheen that I had before, and my trusty food processor. So I'm gonna put a little bit here. And this I just kind of thinly slice after it was roasted and cooled. So you don't want to overpower, you don't want to strain your food processor. You just want to do enough. So I think we can all fit in here. So my special twist to my hummus is roasted sweet peppers. So basically it's a little olive oil. You take the middle out, you put a little olive oil, a little garlic, a little salt, put them in the oven for 15 minutes. And that's what this is. So this is just 2 peppers here. There we go. And traditionally this is an Arabian dish, a little side dish. and it goes with tahini, which is sesame seeds and olive oil. So I'm just going to do about 2 tablespoons of that. There we go. I'm going to put a little salt for flavor, a little extra salt for flavor. There we go. And close this up. And we're going to drizzle our olive oil gradually as it gets smoother and smoother. So I'm just going to give it a little kickstart here. There we go. Gets going. Need to help it along a little, so it's getting there. This is going to be a nice little dip for our wings. Takes a little while, but it will get there. Really nice color. Get the blue from the Dasheen, little specks of red from the peppers. This is the consistency that you're looking for. This I'm gonna set aside. Check on my wings, get that all together. When we come back, I'm gonna do the other 2 hors d'oeuvres, which is the cheesy Dasheen salsa with the crostini below it, nice and toasty. We're gonna have cocktails and wrap everything up together and get ready for the party. We're almost to the finish line. So we're going to do our cheese and Dasheen crostini. So basically, we're gonna do some toasted bread, just simple like this, nice thin slices. We're gonna toast them up and then we're gonna top it off with a mixture of cheese, grated roasted Dasheen, bell peppers, tomatoes, red onions, all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna do the topping first. So this would be our Dasheen and cheese salsa. So I have a little pepper jack here. And cheese is relative. You can do 2 different types, or just, in my case, I'm doing 3. So this is a sharp cheddar here. And this is just our regular cheese as we know, New Zealand cheddar. This is some cream cheese. Has a little chive and onion in there. My Dasheen that I roasted up, I kind of just put a little grater with it. Nice shreds, beautiful color. I'm gonna add a little Dasheen in there. There we go. Tomatoes. I took the seeds out and I cut them really small, because when you're doing hors d'oeuvres, everything has to be really nice and small because you want it to be bite-sized and you don't want it falling off of anything or being too big. So a little green with the bell peppers. A little sweet and tangy with the red onions. Here we go. I'm gonna start the mix here. Mix. So what I usually have set aside in my fridge is just a blended bottle of mayo and garlic. And that goes really well with any kind of sandwich or spread that you want to make of a creamy nature or cheesy type. So see, all the colors are gonna come together, but I wanna give it a nice little cream, so that's where my blended garlic and mayo comes in. So we add a little bit of this. I really like the color that the Dasheen is giving me in this particular thing here. So this is nice. Nice mix. You don't want it to be too moist, and you don't want to put too much of the mayo and garlic because you don't want it to be too white. You want to see all your nice colors. And this is a really simple hors d'oeuvre, so even if you weren't hosting like a whole platter of stuff on the table, just this one with a nice glass of wine is a really nice treat. So this is our Dasheen salsa. So nice, so pretty. So I'm gonna do my bread. And this is just like a long white bread with some herbs in there. Just a simple bread. And I didn't make this one from scratch. This is store-bought. You know, I'm already making so much things, so you can ease yourself out from that pressure. So I'm just gonna do nice little 1/4 inch slices on the side, like this, see? And then that pretty little thing is gonna go on top. It's gonna be really good. But before I get it into my pan, I'm just gonna drizzle this with a little olive oil, there, and just layer my slices on like that. And as you get to the center of the bread, it's going to get bigger. You can leave it or you can cut them in 2 to make everything match. And this just goes into the oven for about 5 minutes, same 350 degrees. If you have a little toaster oven and you're making less, then you can do that as well. There we go. Perfect. Just a few more slices. Great. Okay, I want to give everybody their space. So this is perfect. So we're going to toast this up, get it nice, crispy, so that when you bite in, the creaminess from the salsa and the dasheen and the little crunch from the vegetables going to match up really nicely with this. I'm going to now do my curry shrimp and dasheen bowls. It's going to be something like a soup. I'm going to put them out in some little cute bowls, little spoons, so you get a little shrimp, a little bit of roasted dasheen, that curry, nice coconut flavor. Up next. So while my bread is in the oven, I'm gonna get my curried shrimp and dasheen ready. So here I go with my medium to high fire, vegetable oil. Now you have to cook your curry. That's very, very important to this process. You definitely have to cook your curry. So I get a little vegetable oil. I'm gonna do some onions, some pimento, little tomatoes, get all this cooked up. This is the beginning of the curry process here, so we just want to cook this up here. So when this gets soft, then we add our curry and let that cook up a little more till it gets dark brown. Add a little coconut milk, then our shrimp. So for our shrimp, I'm using the little baby shrimp, not the big ones. And this is just about 1 pound of shrimp because, you know, it's cocktail, so you don't need to buy a whole lot. So this has been in here with a mixture of garlic, pimento, chive, or spring onion, that traditional thing that we blend up and we use in everything. So it's been in here. Now, I've stored mine in a little bag like this, and I'm very organized, so I always label everything. So here it just says chive, pimento, garlic, and it's been frozen in little bags like this. So whenever I'm ready to season anything, chicken or whatever, and I need this mixture, I could just take a bag out of my freezer and it's good as new. See, nice and bright. So that's what I used in my shrimp. So this is ready. So I'm gonna do some generous teaspoons, about 3 teaspoons, 3.5 teaspoons of curry, and cook this curry in the oil like this. And this is gonna coat all the vegetables and give you the beginning of your curry sauce. There we go. I've also seasoned my shrimp with a little salt and a little black pepper for taste, of course, because we have to season all layers of everything. There we go. This looks good. So to this is a kind of a different kind of dish. So I want to get my dasheen infused with some of the curry. Shrimp takes flavor really, really easily, but dasheen might be a little harder. So remember, we roasted our dasheens. We cut them up into these cubes, and this is going to go swimming in the curry sauce with the shrimp. So we want to get that curry flavor into the dasheen. I don't know if anybody ever had curry dasheen before, so this will definitely be a nice treat for my friends. Perfect. I'm gonna go with my coconut milk now. Just a little bit at a time. You get that nice kind of yellow flavor going in there. more. So now what is happening, the dasheen has gotten its curry flavor. It's going to get a little coconut flavor here. So that takes care of that. Now I'm going to add my shrimp. And I'm going to add my shrimp with the seasoning liquid and the marinade and everything in there. That's going to help with our sauce. And remember that shrimp cooks really fast. As soon as it's pink, it's done. Done, done, done. So I'm going to mix this up. A little more for my sauce here. Right. And a really good trick is as soon as it starts to turn pink, like the first sign of it, you cover your pot and you switch off the stove. Because by the time you get around to serving it, then it's enough time, it's cooked in the heat that is already there. So this is already looking really good. The colors are nice, really nice, creamy. Oh, look, I missed one. Oh, there we go. So this is good. So these are going to plate up into some little bowls. And I have these cute little spoons to go with it. So when they get that particular hors d'oeuvre, it's going to be a little shrimp, a little dasheen, a little curry, nice creamy little sauce to go with it. Okay, so I'm going to switch this off, let it finish cooking in the steam. And as promised, it's cocktail time. Tevin is here from Vamp Cocktails, ready to share his dasheen wine concoction. Then when we're done there, we're going to head over to the dining room table, get it all set up with all the good stuff, and enjoy the Blue Food Brunch. Tevin, thank you so much for coming today.
Anytime.
Welcome to Spice Island in the Pot. So tell me, what are you making for a Blue Food Brunch today?
Well, today I'll be making a sangria, world famous sangria. It consists of fresh fruits and basically wine.
That sounds very brunch appropriate to me. So, I know that we asked you to incorporate the dasheen wine for us. So, let's begin.
Let's begin.
So, tell me, what goes in first?
So
Because I need to learn this too.
First thing I'm gonna start off with is the fresh fruits. So you're gonna add like grapes.
Okay. So, is it any particular type of grape or?
It's the basic store grapes, the red grapes.
Okay, and just take the seeds out
Yeah,
and cut
let's
it
take
up
the
really
seeds
small.
out.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So
So we put that in there.
Right.
What else do we have?
add the apples.
Okay, this looks like red apples.
Red apples.
So that is also cut really small and no core in there either.
Try to cut everything in like cubes, cubical.
Nice. Okay, cool.
You have the oranges. Try to leave the skin on, more citrusy.
Okay. So you're leaving the skin on to get that little citrus taste going on in this sangria.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds really good so far.
Then we have the pineapples.
Okay, one of my favorite fruits.
Yeah, ladies, don't be shy with the pineapples.
Okay, cool.
You know it's good for you.
Tevin, I know wherever you're working, these ladies coming up for this sangria.
Sure.
So just be careful.
Right, so you add the fruits. Then you want to add brandy.
Okay.
Now this is the strength.
Okay,
The
so
more
this is
this-
the strongest
Yeah,
one of
this
of
is the
all the
strongest
alcohol
sauce.
we'll be putting in.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess depending on how strong we want the sangria, how quick we want to go home will determine.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So we're adding this first to the fruit. So this way I guess the fruit will soak up some of that strength as well.
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
So you try to use like 2 cups in the brandy.
Okay, so this is a 32-ounce pitcher that we're using. So 2 cups of brandy, or just, it seems like he's covering up the fruits. It's going to be a real early day for us here now. Because brunch is
Brandy
at
check.
10. So I think by 11, everybody should be lit and ready to go.
And we
Right.
have the amaretto. Amaretto is it's a nuts-based liqueur. Very
Okay.
good, very sweet.
Okay, okay.
Use like 2 ounces, 2 cups.
Well, the amaretto smells really good. It's really nice, nutty smell to it, really sweet. Looks good.
And then we have the
The finale, the dasheen wine. So tell me, you had a chance to taste this. Tell me what kind of taste can we expect from just the dasheen wine?
dasheen wine has a spectacular taste. It's sweet, but not too sweet. And it's just smooth on the chest. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. I had a little glass earlier on, but you know, I know you can't tell. But I had to try it. So we're gonna top up now with the rest.
Everything, the entire bottle to finish off.
Oh, okay. Let's go with the entire bottle. Should have some special music for this, like a little dance to go with the whole bottle of wine that we're now pouring into brandy and amaretto liqueur. That looks good already. I see the fruits kind of floating up to the top. It seems like it's absorbing all of the flavors. So anything else for this?
So you want to give it like a little stir to just infuse all the flavors, make it real tasty.
Good.
A nice stir up.
Sorry, I thought you said it's time to taste already. Just now, we'll get to that. This is my favorite part of brunch. Every time I go to a brunch, before I eat anything, I open up my appetite with a nice cocktail.
Wow.
That's the way to. Yeah, it looks really good. Can we stir that faster or not really? Does it? Okay.
That's all. Add some, you could add ice to the sangria, or you could add it in a cup and free pour.
Just put a little ice in my glass for me. Are you having one with me?
Of course.
All right, good. Let's go. So I remember the first time I met Tevin. It was like by a big side bar, and he was mixing up all of these really good cocktails, and he made me something. I said, I had a rough day, I'm not sure exactly what I want, and he made a cocktail to me. Listen, we were friends ever since. Let me just see.
Cocktail specialist.
Yes. Oh, cool. So when you pour, some of the fruits get in there. That looks really good. Thank you so much. And I hope you're staying for brunch as well.
Of course.
Okay, good, because I made some really good food for brunch. Okay, so cheers. Oh, this is really nice. It starts off sweet and it has a little kick. I think that would be the brandy. Yeah, you did such a good job.
Thank
really,
you very
really
much.
good. Thank
Anytime.
you so much for coming to Spice Island in the Pot. It was such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
So now I'm going to set up my dining room table to invite my friends for our Blue Food Brunch with this amazing Dasheen wine sangria made by Tevin of VAM Cocktails. We'll be right back.